Osorio is still on the ground, and the referee asks for the clock to be stopped. Rice was the player who had charged in full speed with the ball. Osorio ruled to have fouled him. And Osorio was the player that stayed down the longest. He will recover and make his way back into play. And with 17:07 remaining, the Tar Heels have a free kick. Anabava plays this to McKinney. And back to Anabava. As the two defenders play the foot exclusive version of pitch and catch. Here's Dixon. Tries to put this through to try and generate something on the opposite post. No such luck as it's broken up by the ETSU defense. Here's Osorio. Plays it for Fubara. Fubara with two defenders on him almost immediately. And Kirk Urso getting some very harsh words or stern warnings from Jonathan Glover. Appeals for a booking from this very substantial crowd here at Summers Taylor Stadium. As Reed takes the free kick, plays it wide to Westbrook. Westbrook looking opposite post for Schoenfeld. The header on target was looking maybe for Colin Pugh to make a run onto it. But instead it was McKinney who cleared it out for an ETSU throw. Taken quickly by Fubara for Osorio. Back to Fubara. Fubara trying to blaze his way through Urso. Has no luck. Urso comes away with possession and sends this into the ETSU defense, which for the moment consists only of Guy Hayes. Hayes to Samperio, who played it back to Westbrook, who'll touch this to Rhea, and now to Hayes. And North Carolina starting to put on a little bit of pressure on this back line of ETSU. Reed trying to play this up for Colin Pugh, but this will hop out of play. And now Robbie Lovejoy will make his way on in place of Martin Murphy. Lovejoy, 5'11", 155-pound freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina. Played his club soccer at Triangle United, youth club soccer at Triangle United, alongside Glenn Long, another freshman midfielder for North Carolina. This played off the head of Schoenfeld. It takes a hop, and Goodwin snags it. So with 14:40 to go, North Carolina lead, and they have possession for the moment. Alex Walters getting set to come on in place of Alex Dixon for North Carolina. Samperio can only get a small portion of of his head on the ball. It rolled through safely enough for Woodruff to clear it out. Abavio tries to play this through for Rice. It comes to Reed. Reed able to keep it in play along the touchline. Urso trying to touch this through for Dixon. Broken up well. Haba along the far side. Pressured by Matt Rose, who's way up out of position, and now Martinez is rotated back for him. And you can see that communication as they signal to each other, gesturing to positions on the field. That's critical to any effective defense, and this out off Matt Reed for a throw-in for ETSU, and the substitution looks like it'll be made now. Indeed, Alex Walters coming on for Alex Dixon. Walters, 6', 175-pound freshman from Bradenton, Florida. Played for the IMG Academy in his youth club days, and of course, likely familiar with Guy Hayes and Mario Samperio, who played for their Premier Development League team this summer, the Bradenton Academics. Unfortunately, that team won one game all season. Here's Abavio along the end line, played in, and it's ruled offside. Actually, it may have been ruled out of play. Indeed, it was ruled out of play, so it'll be a goal kick instead of a free kick for ETSU. The flag of Hank Komodowski was raised as this touched upfield by McCarty. Comes down now to Westbrook. 12:15 remaining in the first half. Woodruff to Haba. Haba has this one away from him, and North Carolina have possession. Back into the fence. It's Jalil Anababa. Plays it to his partner in central defense, McKinney. Now for McCarty. Looking for Martinez. Ends up having to play it back to Rose. Now to McCarty again. McCarty looking for a pass. Drops it off for Urso. And now wide for Rose, who has to settle a ball that was bouncing wildly. Here's McKinney. Plays it wide to Ababio and back to McKinney. Challenged by Schoenfeld. Pugh steps up and takes this pass away, intended for Urso. Here's Samperio. Osorio. Woodruff going to ground. Looking for an opportunity against Matt Rose. As Rose pushes this out of play. And number 18, Theo Yang, getting set to come in for ETSU. And he will be coming on in relief of Aaron Schoenfeld. Yang, a 5'7", 170-pound sophomore from Lilburn, Georgia. Yang has played in 11 of ETSU's 16 contests, started the season as a starter, picked up some injuries, and when ETSU went on a great run of form, he had a hard time working his way back into the lineup, but has gotten himself healthy and back into the rotation as a substitute, and a very valuable substitute to Scott Calabrese with his technical ability and all freshman selection last year for in the Atlantic Sun Conference. 10 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. It'll be Yang to take the free kick. Signals and delivers. And this deflects off the head of Matt Rose. And it's cleared upfield, and Fubara has a crack. That sails well over the crossbar and out of play. And so Goodwin with 9:40 remaining. ETSU trailing 1-0 to North Carolina. Only one credited shot for the Tar Heels. 4 for ETSU, but the one shot was the one that Ronnie Rea and the defense couldn't handle. It was a strange goal along the end line. It took several bounces, and Kirk Urso ended up coming away with his 4th goal of the season. Here's Theo Yang putting that technical ability on display that we talked about, and the shot is well wide of the near post. And out for a goal kick. Tonight is blackout night here at Summers Taylor Stadium. The first 500 fans into the venue got a free T-shirt with a special version of the ETSU Buckhead logo. As this played up in the general direction of Lovejoy, broken up Fubara, into the back McKinney. This played upfield by McCarty. Or back downfield by McCarty, I should say. Here's McKinney. Plays it upfield for Urso and back to McKinney. Now a longer pass for Walters. Sent up into the air. Appeals for a free kick. And Jonathan Glover, another warning for North Carolina as they commit their 9th foul of the contest. Matt Reed with the free kick for ETSU as they try to pull back an equalizer with 7:35 remaining. Not much time left before the sun completely sets behind Summers Taylor Stadium. Reed plays this in, looking for an effort at goal, and that hops into the 6-yard box and out of play. Had a chance maybe with Jerron Westbrook trying to get on the end of it with the redirect toward goal, but Scott Goodwin will collect it behind his net as it missed wide. Seven minutes to go. North Carolina leading 1-0 on the 4th goal of the year from Kirk Urso. Here's David Hava, who, if you went solely on effort and hustle, David Hava would probably have 4 or 5 more goals than what he has now. He's played very well for ETSU as a substitute and has still managed 3 tallies for the Buccaneers. This out for a throw for North Carolina off of Blake Woodruff, to be taken by Matt Rose. Clock continues to run, down to 6:20 to go in the opening half. This played beyond Hava. Touchdown Martinez. Played through. Opportunity for Rice. The flag was up for offside. And Josh Rice getting a little bit physical there with Jerron Westbrook. And this has proven to be a rather physical contest. 10 fouls credited to North Carolina as Rhea launches this downfield off the free kick. Osorio for Fubara, trying to play it back to Samperio, and that's intercepted quite easily. Rice trips up Guy Hayes, and Hayes goes barrel rolling onto the pitch. Definitely has to sting. And Matt Reed will take the free kick on North Carolina's 11th committed foul. Reed plays this along the ground for Samperio. Samperio for Yang. Will have to play it back to Woodruff as he's under pressure from a swarming North Carolina defense. It seems like everywhere the ball goes, there are multiple Tar Heels in hot pursuit. And ETSU have had a very hard time creating offense as a result. Fubara trying to touch this through for Yang, who tried to play it back to Ronnie Westbrook, and now taken upfield by Robbie Lovejoy. Broken up well by Guy Hayes, but it's still a throw-in North Carolina's possession. Obavio, the captain, to take the throw, plays it back to Urso. 4:15 to go in the first half. North Carolina maybe with a chance to add one more before the break, as Obavio has this cleared out off of Tony Fubara for another North Carolina throw. Hayes able to step in and break this up momentarily. It comes to Rice. Rice tried to launch it in, goes off of Matt Reed, and Fubara clears it upfield. Anibaba launches this toward Rice, and this will likely end up, no, it'll stay in play. Rice able to run it down. Reed with a strong challenge, wins it cleanly. Theo Yang loses his footing upfield, but it sails over his head and also over the head of Dustin McCarty, who was able to wrangle it down and play it back to McKinney. Now Anibaba looking for Obavio wide. Intercepted after Obavio tried to play it through for Rice. Matt Reed breaks that up. Here's McCarty. Back to Obavio. And now upfield for Rice. Touches it off to Urso. Urso along the touchline. That ramps off of Reed. And Hayes battling with Lovejoy, able to win that away. Comes back to Rhea. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Looks like we're going into the first half, or into the intermission, with only 1 goal scored. And a misplay here from McKinney. Now Fubara